Um efeito benéfico da redução da circulação nas grandes cidades é a queda da concentração de poluentes.
Apesar do pouco tempo para análise de dados mais concretos, medições e até mesmo imagens de satélite mostram que já há grandes diferenças.
Em países paralisados pelo novo coronavírus, a população já respira melhor graças à redução da poluição do ar.
A agência de notícias Reuters reuniu imagens de satélite da NASA que mostram que a poluição caiu drasticamente em várias partes do mundo por causa da diminuição da atividade econômica e também por causa das medidas de isolamento social.
The building of a 1,000-bed hospital in Wuhan. This is the epicenter of this novel coronavirus.
1,000 people have died in the past 24 hours.
Killed more people in China alone than SARS did worldwide.
It is being contained.
Characterized as a pandemic.
Chinese virus.
Why do you keep calling this the Chinese virus?
Italy now topping more than 10,000 deaths.
Spain continues to see a dramatic rise in the number of deaths.
Dozens of laboratories are now battlegrounds in the race for a vaccine.
No mundo inteiro, mais de 2,5 milhões de pessoas já contraíram o novo coronavírus.
Você olha para o céu de São Paulo e vê um azul profundo, e olha para as ruas e os carros sumiram. E aí se lembra. Imagens de satélites feitas pela NASA em janeiro e depois em fevereiro mostravam queda drástica da poluição na China por causa da desaceleração da atividade industrial. Nos canais de Veneza, na Itália, as águas ficaram cristalinas e chamaram a atenção do mundo para os efeitos do isolamento para a recuperação da natureza.
Na Itália, a diferença é um pouco menor, mas ainda assim dá para ver bem a diminuição, principalmente no norte do país, que é a região mais industrializada e também a que mais sofreu com a Covid-19. Por último, o estudo destaca a situação da Índia e olha quanta diferença. No início do ano, a atmosfera do norte do país aparece tomada pela poluição, que no caso da Índia vem principalmente da queima de plantações depois da colheita, mas agora, com as medidas de isolamento, olha, a poluição também diminuiu bastante.
Na China, um vírus misterioso surgiu na cidade de Wuhan.
O vírus é uma variante do coronavírus, mas se sabe muito pouco sobre ele até agora.
A Organização Mundial da Saúde declarou que a evolução do novo coronavírus chegou ao status de pandemia. A classificação veio no dia 11 de março, tardiamente, segundo alguns especialistas, quando mais de 100 países foram afetados pelo vírus, incluindo o Brasil.
We are seeing an explosion of life in many places, and one particular issue is that humans, we use on our daily lives many technologies that make a lot of noise.
And the planet is showing us what could be. In South Africa's Kruger National Park, lions nap where they like.
Well, there are these lions in Africa enjoying these national parks, and they are laying in the roads and they are behaving as they used to be.
With fewer humans out there, there's less noise.
But now, everything is quiet.
Yosemite's meadows are now inhabited by bears wandering about and climbing in trees on campsites. In parts of Scotland, wild goats have come from the hills to feast on gardens. This bear, he decided to check out a neighborhood in Italy. Wild boar are on the streets of Haifa, Israel, and in Lebanon, migrating birds are showing up that have never been seen.
We are seeing species of small birds for the first time.
I don't know what's happening in nature, but it's a good thing.
And the same thing is happening in the ocean. On beaches in Phuket, Thailand, researchers have recorded 11 sea turtle nesting sites, the most in 20 years.
In many places, the sea turtles, now without tourists, they are coming to all these beaches and basically nesting.
The decrease in air travel has been dramatic. Look at what was before and what is now.
A Europa parece ter parado. Com os países em confinamento, as ruas outrora cheias de automóveis estão vazias. À partida, o impacto é positivo para o meio ambiente, mas apenas de certa forma. Imagens do satélite Sentinel-5P mostram como os níveis de poluição do ar com dióxido de nitrogênio diminuíram em França e em Itália. É uma das boas notícias, o ar da cidade está mais limpo.
Não creio que possamos dizer que vai haver um impacto a longo prazo desta redução. No entanto, a curto prazo, acho que essas reduções são úteis. O nível de poluição do ar tem afetado a saúde cardiopulmonar em geral, portanto, ter menos poluição no momento em que este vírus anda por aí só pode ser bom.
His film is called Planet of the Humans, a gag on Planet of the Apes, and it's directed by arch-greenie Jeff Gibbs, an environmentalist and friend of Michael Moore's from way back. Planet of the Humans does something truly extraordinary. It exposes the entire renewable green energy ethos as a hoax. It demonstrates what many of us so-called skeptics or deniers have long suspected, that the renewable energy industry is a massive con being played by billionaires and millionaires upon gullible climate believers, and that so-called green energy is anything but green. The film debunks them all. Solar power, windmills, biofuels, electric cars, trashing each and every one of them one by one.
I want to show you maybe 5 minutes from the film. Great stuff. I think you'll love it. And I urge you to see the rest on the internet while it's still up there. It goes for an hour and 40 minutes, not a minute wasted. And it's had 3 million views already. For the moment, though, watch these extracts and enjoy.
Now, to do their part for the new green economy, General Motors introduced a new line of electric vehicles. When the Chevy Volt was ready for release, I attended their press conference.
So these electric vehicles are ready for public consumption, and we're ready with the infrastructure, with the rates, with the communications.
I am extremely grateful to be here today, and in fact, this is a chance for me to say thank you more formally. The Chevy Volt is upstairs. We'll be able to take a look at it. We got about 1,000 photos.
Yeah.
This is the plug.
It's as simple as that.
The batteries are in the trunk?
No, the battery in this particular design is a T-shape right down the center and across the back seat area. Because everybody thought we killed the electric vehicle. No, we didn't. It's alive and well.
So what's charging the batteries right now? What's the source of electricity?
Here, it's coming from the building.
I mean, is it, what's our mix of power?
Oh, actually, Lansing feeds the building.
What's that?
Lansing feeds power to the building. So I don't know.
They're,
I bet you they're a bit of coal. Well, they're heavy on natural gas, aren't they?
Right now the car's charging off of your grid.
Right. It would be charging off our grid, which is about 95% coal.
How long do you think it'll be before there's a solar and wind powered grid?
Oh, golly.
To suggest that all of the power used for these cars will be generated from wind and solar in the very near future would not be correct.
One of the most dangerous things right now is the illusion that alternative technologies like wind and solar are somehow different from fossil fuels. Well, I hear a lot of the times that solar cells are made out of sand.
Have you ever thought about solar panels?
The main ingredient that makes them work is silicon or sand.
This is the raw material chips are made of, sand.
They don't use sand at all. So they use, I'll show you what they, so this is one of the ingredients. It's actually mined quartz.
Spruce Pine, North Carolina, regarded as the finest source of high-purity quartz in the world for semiconductor, solar, and communication applications.
But you can't use sand because sand has too many impurities. So you start with a very high-quality quartz and a very high-quality coal. And then you put those two together into an arc furnace and you melt them.
The quartz is then melted with coal in a large furnace at temperatures of up to 1,800 degrees.
So you need more coal to do that. So I get another coal out. So when we melt these together, we get silicon metal and carbon dioxide. And the carbon dioxide just goes off and you got rid of the carbon, you're left with silicon metal. This is not clean coal.
Not clean coal. Ozzie Zenner said it was an illusion that renewables were replacing coal or any fossil fuel. Environmental groups continued telling a different story.
I have often been lambasted for calling climate change a hoax. "You climate denier," shrieked the hysterical lovies who would happily burn at the stake anyone who doesn't believe in their precious religion of global warming, if they were allowed to. And herein lies the problem. Belief in climate change, like in all religions, must be absolute. You have to believe the whole lot of it, the whole shebang. Otherwise, it doesn't add up. So, you first have to believe that the planet is heating up. Then you have to believe that the burning of fossil fuels and man-made carbon dioxide emissions is what's responsible for that warming. Then you have to believe that future warming will destroy our way of life and wipe out mankind, and all the animals, and the rivers will rise and the oceans and all of that. And then you have to believe that the way to solve this existential problem is to cut those carbon emissions. And finally, you have to believe passionately that the way to do that is for the world to invest massively in green energy, also called renewable energy, namely solar power, wind power, biofuels, and basically anything that is not coal. That's the gospel of climate change. And if you waver on any of those beliefs, you are automatically a denier. And that's why I've always been suspicious of those who profess their belief in one aspect of this religion while at the same time getting very rich from another aspect of it.
Oggi celebriamo la 50ª giornata mondiale della Terra. È un'opportunità per rinnovare il nostro impegno ad amare la nostra casa comune e prenderci cura di essa e dei membri più deboli della nostra famiglia. Come la tragica pandemia di coronavirus ci sta dimostrando, soltanto insieme e facendoci carico dei più fragili possiamo vincere le sfide globali.
As the encyclical letter Laudato Si reminds us, we are one interdependent human family and so need a common response to the threats we face. In this Easter season of renewal, as we strive to love more deeply our common home and all our brothers and sisters, especially those most in need, let us implore our Heavenly Father, send forth your Spirit, O Lord, and renew the face of the earth.